beeped.
That's nice. We're back, episode 9. We're about to break the double digits here.
I know.
Watch out.
Doing good. This is the second podcast for 2024. So to kick things off on this one, we kind of wanted to talk about some kind of home stuff that we've been seeing in the news. So one thing which I've noticed this with some of my buyers and me being a pet owner too, a new survey came out that 60% of Gen Zs will factor in buying a home for their pets. So when you're buying a home, you have your wants and your needs. Having a backyard and a pet-friendly home is now becoming an essential for Gen Zs when they're buying homes.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
And because you see all the new builds and everything where they're literally
like no
built
yard
on top of each other. And before, I'd have so many buyers that would like the aspect of having the new home, you know, everything new, and the backyard. They didn't care about the tiny backyard.
Yeah.
But now, like, I haven't sold a home in a new build community in a little while, you know, because people now, they're like, no, if I'm paying this much for a house, I want a backyard for my pets. Like, I have big dogs and they need to have
I think new builds
room.
too are like just so on top of each other. Like,
Yeah.
it's not really appealing either.
No, and when you're paying the same price for when you could get a house with more land where your pets can have a place to run around, I mean,
You can yell at your kids and your neighbor's not going to hear.
Yeah. I mean, and then also too, like the survey too is saying that because of, you know, COVID, everyone went and, you know, adopted
Got
pets.
dogs or
And the people that didn't
I
give
did.
those, like people that didn't give the pets up and fell in love with them, like yours,
Me.
you know,
fancy boy.
pets become part of the family. Well,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
with
yeah.
me, they do.
Yeah.
I agree.
But no, I think that's pretty interesting how the trends were, you know, what, boomers? I mean, I don't really know what the trend would have been for boomers, to be honest.
know. Was there a trend?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We're not
I think-
boomers.
Yeah. Maybe back then it was like nice kitchen because like they cooked,
Yeah.
you know, because I feel like the old houses have like bigger kitchens, bigger living rooms, smaller bedrooms.
Maybe it was
whereas now like the
suburbs.
bedrooms are bigger.
And
it's
you have to have
getting-
the walk-in closet
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe the trend back then was kind of getting in the suburbs versus
Yeah.
living in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
More
that's
like
it.
family oriented, I feel like. Well, I mean, pets are family oriented, but
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Because like
more
before,
like dinner.
I would say Gen Z and millennials, the big thing, and anyone in general, having the being like user friendly, like all the technology, like everything on your app, like that's now a given.
Oh, yeah.
Everything, you can do your dishwasher on your app. You
Yeah.
can-
There's like
anything.
stuff in my house. Like, I don't like that, like the previous owners were like, oh yeah, you could do this, this, and this. And I still don't know what they're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
our house has stuff that
Too
we don't
advanced.
even use.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, it's cool now that I think also too, like, I mean, you guys have kids. I don't have kids, but like, it's kind of cool to see that we're kind of like, it's kind of like a divide here. We're like, people are having kids, and then also half the Gen Z are not having kids, and instead the pet is their kid.
Still your
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shit, that's like literally having a toddler.
Yeah. It's so funny. My sister-in-law and brother, they just got a new little puppy, and they don't have any kids. And same thing, they bought their house with a backyard for their dogs. And she was like, every time I see her, she's like, I am never getting a puppy again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I bet you're not gonna have kids for a while now because
Or the
having
people
a
that like
dog-
have a baby and then get a puppy right after. I'm
gosh.
like, you are crazy.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. I
Yeah.
could not.
Yeah. Well, do you notice when you're showing homes, do you ever hear buyers say like, oh, this will be good for our dogs? Like, for example,
always.
last weekend I showed so many homes, and one of the buyers kept noticing all of the doggy doors in the walls and in the doors.
Oh.
And that was a constant in every single home.
And you know, I've been seeing so many more homes that have doggy doors in them, and even in random spots. And I don't know if I'm just noticing it now because more buyers are wanting to buy houses for their dogs, but I never really noticed doggy doors like in the walls and stuff now, but now I'm seeing them everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
I
cool.
wanted to. Our dog run is on like the back side of our house, like where my bedroom is basically, and I wanted to put a doggy door in our bedroom, and then that way, like I could shut the door, so then he just has access to our room, and then his dog run. But we have coyotes so bad, so like I don't have a doggy door at all.
Oh no, that's what I'm terrified because
he's little. So
I have big dogs. I'm like, for a doggy door that I need that my dogs could fit in.
Oh yeah,
I'm like a fucking
anything
person
can go in there. Yeah, I just
like,
saw a raccoon on our
could,
street last
there.
night.
Or a skunk, because we have a field behind our house.
Yeah,
just the other night.
Or a person.
Yes. And that's why I'm like, I'm not having a doggy door, because I could fit through the size doggy door that my dogs would need.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a hard no for me.
I don't have a doggy door. I'm scared. Because I literally, like, sometimes at night I can hear dogs screaming from, like, the coyotes getting them. And I'm like, oh yeah, a coyote's getting somebody's baby right now.
There's a pack of coyotes that live in the field behind me, and I hear them every night. The other night I went to take the trash cans down, like, midnight, and I opened my gate, and a coyote ran out from my front driveway.
Oh, gosh.
And it was so skinny, and I was like, holy shit. Like, that thing. And granted, like, we live in, like,
their home,
residential
basically.
Neighborhood, you know? But it's crazy that it was right there, you know?
Yeah, I see coyotes all the time. Like, when I walk Binks,
yeah.
I see them all the time. And I'm like, I see you. Get away. Like,
yeah.
You are not getting my baby today.
I think it's pretty obvious that Uncensored Homegirls approve of this trend.
Just a little.
To say the least.
The next trend that we've been talking about, which is, I think everyone's talking about, is Zuckerberg's secret Hawaii bunker in Kauai. We can go off on a tangent on this, especially with my conspiracy theorist mind. But this home is supposed to be one of the most expensive, the most expensive homes in the world. Also, is this like the new billionaire trend? Kind of like, I have so much money, I'm going to spend $270 million on land alone. That's just the land.
Yeah.
Is this like...
Or do they know something we don't?
Yeah. Or is there something else going on
Getting
here?
in with all the doomsday preppers.
Is this like a, I don't know, like an elite
Is this
billionaire
like a warning
thing?
sign? Like, we better get with the program?
Or just like, I don't know, like, you know how, I don't know, rich people, like, I have this one-off car or this one-off handbag. It's
now
like
it's
this
look
now
at my
the like
bunker.
Yeah, like this is my
like, want to see my bunker.
Like it's I don't know. But it's pretty interesting if you kind of read about it.
Like, go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, like workers have to sign an NDA. It comes with staff. It's going to have its own cattle. It's going to have its own like food resources.
How many square feet did he say that it was going to be underground?
The house is like 5,000, I saw.
5,000.
And then like the square footage of like the
bunker
whole land or whatever, I want to say it was like
5,000 square feet for the underground shelter.
Oh my
But what about the land? I thought it was
1,400 acres.
Oh, fuck.
That's insane.
And then I'm honestly shocked that he was able to get this done in Kauai alone, because Hawaii in general, it's such a, protected resource with just nature and everything. And I'm honestly, I mean, I guess everyone's got a price.
Yeah. I feel when you have money, I feel like anything, you could do anything.
There's nothing you can't do. Yeah. Especially with his kind of money.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. I also am like shocked too. Like, I wonder how the locals feel about this, because
I'm sure they're not a fan of it.
They're not happy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would maybe provide jobs, but like, who wants to sign an NDA and like work at a 5,000 square foot underground shelter?
Yeah, not see light.
Yeah.
That's kind of
not me.
creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I wonder, it might just be a trend that billionaires are doing, or there might be something coming that we don't know.
Well, I sent you guys that house in Menifee that I showed a couple years ago when it was on the market. And that house full on had an underground bunker there too, like local here. And it's like, I mean, you always hear, I think we've all watched the Doomsday Preppers and stuff, and those shows are insane, but
yeah.
I always think,
and like people have been like prepping like
yes.
for years.
Yes.
Like, do you remember like I don't know, it was probably like in the early like 5-10 years ago or something, but like they like were selling doomsday like bunkers that you could put underground. Yeah. And they were going for like $200,000, like some crazy number, and I was just like, "What is people doing?"
Yeah,
I mean, to be, to think about it, we did go through a pandemic. No one freaking knew what was going on. I mean, there's been definitely like some catastrophic events, like Katrina was a bad one. Like we just recently had an earthquake a couple weeks ago. Like, they're not wrong for doing this. I mean, I get it, but also I'm kind of just like, but are they doing this?
Is it a little extreme?
Or... It's like my opinion, I think it's a bit extreme. But then again, if I had the money to, I don't want to say waste, but to buy a bunker like that, would I? I don't know.
I mean, I think I would, just because like everybody else is doing it, so it's kind of like, well, fuck, maybe cool I should.
Yeah. So this house is supposed to have like 30 bedrooms, 30 bathrooms. It's supposed to have...
And only 5,000 square feet? Like...
That's just the underground shelter.
Oh.
This is just the underground shelter. It's supposed to be 5,000 square feet, 30 bedrooms, 30 baths. It's going to come with a full staff. It's supposed to have like trees in there. It's supposed to have pools in there. He's basically making his own little world.
Yeah.
Underground.
His own little city.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
But why? Like,
why?
That's my question, is why? Like, what's the purpose of that?
Have you ever heard the saying like, fuck you money?
Oh yeah.
Where you're just like
why? Like, yeah. Like, you just, it's, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, clearly he has that.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that, but.
Yeah. I'm honestly still shocked that Kauai let this happen and like okayed this.
Yeah.
Because I've been to Kauai and it's the resources there. Like you don't even want to litter. Like it's very precious there. And I'm just honestly shocked that.
Maybe they're allowing it because he's putting trees and stuff like that. So like
underground.
Yeah. But like,
yeah.
How do you even, like, how would trees grow underground?
I couldn't tell you.
Well, I guess like marijuana grow houses, like they get stuff to grow. Like maybe he'll just have lights, like a marijuana house.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, the architecture and the engineering for this is going to be insane because he's basically making that bunker. So it doesn't say in the article on Wired how long they can live under there, but 100% he's basically going to have his own world underground for his family and for his friends, is what he openly said.
We need to befriend him then,
right?
So we can live.
Or do we though?
When shit hits the fan,
yes, I mean, I don't know. I want to live, so
again, again, my conspiracy theory, these people I think they're evil, to be honest. I'm just gonna say
it. Without a doubt, but
I'd rather take my chances and ragdoll life out here. I don't know. It's weird. But this might just be a billionaire trend that we're just kind of just now catching.
Yeah.
Have they broke ground on this yet? Or did he just buy the land?
I think they're getting ready to. Basically, they're just, one of the workers that was interviewed for this article said, I guess
he hasn't signed his NDA yet.
He did sign it. But he did sign it, but he got fired because he found out that he was talking to people. He said, it's like the Fight Club. We don't talk about the Fight Club.
Oh, shit.
That's what this worker named David said. Which, again, to me, it's sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David, if you watch this podcast,
call us. Give us a call.
Call us. Yeah, it's a little weird. I wonder what other trends are going to pop up this year.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
It's kind of scary.
Mark has a backyard for the dogs underneath that bunker, too.
Oh, for sure.
They have their own city down there.
Actually, I did read that he's going to be raising cattle on this land, too.
Wow.
He said something like it's going to be like Wagyu beef.
Wait, but doesn't cattle, like... okay, so you know how like they talk about like the pollution, right?
Yeah.
And they say like cattle, like the
methane
yeah.
gas.
So like, how is he gonna control that underground?
I don't think the cattle are going to be underground.
It says he's going to raise cattle in there and enough food resources to keep them going.
Maybe he's going to have like an air filter system that's going to like pump out.
For sure.
Just let me figure it out. I'll do it.
Maybe for the right price, Jen.
Yeah.
Maybe we can write off
build my own underground.
We can write off a trip to Kauai and kind of go undercover.
Yeah, let's do it. Like those guys that broke onto Jeffrey Epstein's.
Yes, that'll
be us.
Yeah. Super weird. I don't know what the trends are going to be, but I'm all for the dog one. I got my eye on the Zuckerberg thing. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
We got to see.
Yeah, this is
how
weird.
That plans out.
This is weird. But if you guys have any weird trends, let us know. Drop us a comment. Send us a DM. This is a little off topic, but we kind of thought it was cool to bring up what's going on in the news right now.
Yeah, not be all real estate.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's still real estate, though, but...
We sprinkled it in a little bit. But, cool. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging with the homegirls, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.